Juliet Simplex. Whoop, there we go. Let's start that again. This K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. We'll be starting here in just a second. Let me just check one thing before I get rolling here. I had a minor glitch in my silly software, and I'm not sure which. There we go. I'm seeing something. Hold on. This K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Okay, there are, if you go to the YouTube video, I just want to verify that. You're going to see it on the, there's two separate ones up there, but you'll see one that you'll be able to click on and it's live, and the other one, I'm not sure why it's something messed up with the software, the way I fired it up, and it's not doing well right now. But anyway, you'll be able to see that here, and it's the one that says, it actually got the wrong number on it. It's 1051 for the net number. And it's, I'm not sure, I know why it did it, but I'm not sure why it did it this time, because I did change the number. Anyway, just want to let you know. Anyway, we're going to be starting the net here momentarily. We are starting the net. Right now, you can go to YouTube, you can go to K4PEW, and you'll see a live version. And if the one you click on isn't right, go to the other one. There's only two up there. One says upcoming, and I think the other one says live. Anyway, you can go to that K4PEW, of course, in the thing there for YouTube. You can also go to 146.415 for information on Simplex. You can go to groups.io and sign up for our email reminder system, and it's a joint system for just trading information, etc. It's a good site. MJSS in groups.io. Mike, Juliet, Sierra, Sierra. Or you can email me at K4PEW if you have any questions, concerns, or problems. I'll kick them over to customer service. We normally meet at 8 p.m. Here we go on Wednesdays and Saturdays. We also start at 7 p.m. on Saturday nights with the DMR, D-Star, and C4 FM nets, which we did earlier. But at 8 o'clock, and we're here on 146.415. We're going to be moving on tonight to 144.240, 50.13. That was on upper sideband. 50.135 upper sideband, and 223. At 415, how could I forget, on FM. It was his net number 1076 in spite of what it says on the YouTube face, and we're starting from the west. But first we're going to take check-ins from the west. That's where we're starting. I think that's correct. Yeah, it is correct, from the west. Does anybody have any other announcements besides the Sunday night net, which is tomorrow night? I still get my days all messed up here because my wife changed her schedule, and I forget today's Saturday and almost got me lost today. But anyway, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. on 28.415. That's Michael, KM4YRF does that net, and he is the only one that I know of that does 3 10-meter nets. The first one's on 10-meter FM, 10-meter upper sideband on 28.415, and then to 29.415 on FM. And then over to 29.250 on C4 FM on 10 meters. I know it's a shock if you haven't heard that, but there is C4 FM on 10 meters. If you've got a couple of, I don't know which radios, but I know the base model, the 991 has it, and I'm not sure what else. You can look it up. And I'm not sure, I know none of the handhelds have the 10 meters that I'm aware of anyway. Is there any other announcements I need to know about? Of course, field day is today, winter field day today and tomorrow. So we had a little lower than expected, a little lower on some. We actually did pretty good on the digital modes. But I'm not expecting a good night unless the guys out in the field are going to check in. So let's do that. Does anybody have any other announcements? Yo.
And maybe convert it to taking a 50 coax, stripping it down, but consider that to be 19 inches vertical, take the shield and let it hang down 19 inches below. Would be
I don't think it'd be better than your Ringo Ranger, Johnny.
All my homemade stuff always works. Okay, all right, I appreciate it.
All right, very good. I am going to, that was Johnny, by the way. And I'm checking you in, Johnny, November 4, Kilo, Charlie Kilo. He's in Nashville. Let's see, any other announcements? What else we got to talk about? Oh, yeah. Anybody short on time, mobile or first-time check-ins, please come now. mobile, first-time check-ins, or first-time check-ins mobile, or short on time. Anybody? Boy, did I hear something? No, I didn't. Looking for check-ins then from anywhere from the west. Please come down.
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor.
I was going to say, it's going to be an awful short net. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing fine. Just sleep up at the breakfast this morning.
Yeah, well, it was pretty cold. I think that kept some people away and others who were involved in the field day, maybe.
Yeah, probably so. Anyway, thanks for doing that, Paul. See you on the next one, KG4 ILV.
Yep, that's Jack. Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor, in Donaldson. Who else is west?
WY4G.
Hello, Jeff. What's up?
Not much. I'm glad you're doing west. I have to check in early so I could get out of here. But I don't want to get in and get my name on payroll. Say hi to everyone. So that's about it.
Well, if you're on this payroll, you're starving.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I'm below poverty level. That's why I live in poverty holler.
Well, it's as long as you got a roof over your head, food, water, and clothing, I think you're all set.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm okay in that department.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you are. Well, very good. Anything else from that?
No, that's about it, Paul. I'll let you carry on. WY4G.
Very good. That's Jeff. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. He's up in Madison. Big signal. Who else is west?
N8NUT.
Hello, Carl. I did hear you on the D-Star net. That was cool.
Yes, sir. I managed to make it in tonight, so appreciate you doing the net, and have a good night. N8NUT.
Yep, that's very good. That's Carl. He's in Franklin, November 8, November uniform Tango. Anybody else west? He also checked in on the C4FM net. I forgot to mention it. Who else is west? And we're missing Greg, man. He's normally right on top of this. He's probably in Hawaii or something, vacation. Or to the moon, maybe. Who else is west or south? Oh, there he is. Man, where you sure took a while to get in there, Greg.
Yeah, just now getting down here.
Okay, Greg. Everything all right?
Yeah, doing good. Nothing further here. I'll let you get the next.
All right, very good. You have to fill me in, man. We missed you on the other digital nets. All right, that was Greg. He's in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Looking for anybody else south?
Kilo Echo 4. Juliet.
Well, there was two people in there, but Jim won out at Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet in Woodbury. Everything all right, Jim?
Oh yeah, so far so good. I think it was Larry over in Rockville that he beat up he and I at the same time. So nothing to report from Woodbury. Nice to get above freezing for a while.
Yeah, today was a beautiful day with the sun shining brightly. It was great.
Oh yes, sir. Don't have anything else. Just taking it day by day right now.
Yeah, very good. That was Jim in Woodbury. Was that you, Larry? Yeah, very good. That was Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. A little scratchy, but good copy. Who else is west? And south? West or south? Nobody else south? Over to the east.
KM4YRF.
All right, KM4YRF. We got Michael here in Mount Juliet. Everybody, you copying everybody equally well?
Oh yeah. I even copied Larry in Rockville, but I couldn't hear him at all on C4FM.
Yeah, he was. I could hear him. I know you couldn't. Oh no, I don't know if I heard him on C4FM or not. I don't recall. But anyway, it is amazing how it changes different. But those modes, the digital modes, seem to be changed more often. Anyway, that was Michael KM4YRF. Unless you got something else to say.
Nary a thing.
Where's Rick tonight, man?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him today. I've had a busy day.
Yeah, he's probably champing at the bit to get that collar off. I'm sure.
I'm sure of that.
Yeah, very good. That was Michael, KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. Of course, he fills in for me when I'm not around or on vacation or if there was such a thing. And I will hopefully not take, well, I'm doing something in April. We'll have to talk about that. Who else is east? All right. I didn't copy any of. There was a couple of people in it, but I heard somebody, but I didn't catch a call.
You called Chris, right?
I don't know if that was that Chris.
Oh, you can't hear Chris? KG4CXE?
KG4CXE, come back again. I can copy him, but it's really rough to me tonight. Yeah, really rough. You got to hear what I hear. It's a lot of noise, but I can tell it's you in there. Very good. That's Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo, who now lives out in the real suburbs out there near Lebanon somewhere. I'm not sure where that is, but good to have you in there, Chris. Can't wait till you get the good antenna up. Who else is east? Kilo 5 Sierra. Good to have you in there, Kerry. Good to see you this morning. Oh, yeah, it's all good. Even if nobody showed up, I'd be there for the food, okay?
Hey, I have showed up and been the only one there.
Yeah, I know, but that was the day we weren't there. I remember that well. I can't say I haven't done similar things. Not at the breakfast, but I've done similar things.
Yeah, well, of course, we were doing only on a couple of times a week. I just got my calendar all messed up back then, but no big deal. Still, hey, we have fun when we get together, and what better can you have? Good food, good friendship, and good conversation, and good coffee.
Oh yeah, it's all good, all good. Anything else for the net, Kerry?
Not tonight, my friend. Thanks very much for doing the net. KK5S.
Yeah, that's Kerry in Baird's Mill. Kilo 5 Sierra. Big signal. Who else is east? Kilo 4 Whiskey. Man, where you been, man? Oh, very good. You over there at the park? Yeah, you're a little rough tonight. What radio and antenna are you using? Oh, I wouldn't have said that, bro. Very good. Now I got you in there. Just a little noisy. That was Bill. You got anything else for the net, Bill? Are you doing all right on the field day? All right, and put the scallywags on. Very good. We got Chris in there. Very good. I hope you're enjoying the night over. Is it cold? It shouldn't be too bad in that shack tonight, is it? Very good. Glad to hear it. Anybody else in there? Hey, I'm doing great, Brent. Everything all right with you guys? They're not holding you hostage, are they? Yeah, that's right. Romeo Victor, Quebec, and K. I forgot what your first part of your call is. I didn't write it down. Yeah, it was the Kilo Echo. I couldn't. In my old age, I forgot what the prefix was there. Anyway, everything else all right on the for the winter field day? You guys making 1 million contacts? Yeah, I heard the bands earlier today. They were pretty wide open. All right, very good. All right, we got Frank. And how you doing, Frank? Is everything going good over there? You holding down the fort for them? Well, very good. I'm telling you, that antenna is not doing you guys any favors. It's really noisy to me. Anyway, anything else for the net, Frank? Very good. Is anybody else? Uh, very good. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo, Kilo. And they're all over at Cabin 1, over at the Cedars 11 Park, hanging in there with the winter field day. And I'm glad they got something going over there. I wanted to get over there today, but it just didn't happen. Who else is east? Hello, Jeff. What's up?
Nothing, sir. How you doing? I figured I'd check in for a change.
Yeah, I've been laying low on your nets too, so don't feel bad at all.
Hey, it's all good. You're a busy guy. Come on.
Busy. When I worked, I used to be busy. Now I'm busy doing nothing.
That's even good too. Come on.
Yeah, it is. You doing all right?
Yes, sir. Doing fine.
You doing? You and your wife doing all right?
Yep, we're still kicking. That's a good thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was. You know, we were over. It's funny because the last time I saw you in person, I think was at the Walmart here in Mount Juliet, and you said you like to shop over here, and I was over at the Walmart in Lebanon because we were going to go to the movies, right, which is right nearby, and we went over to the Walmart. And darned if that was the same night that they didn't have some kind of an armed robber right after we left.
Yes, sir. I heard about that. That was, yeah. It was an incident outside the store.
Yeah, I didn't get the gist of what the whole story was. I don't think the news got it right. I really don't know. But my wife says, "Boy," I go, "Well, look, you never know what's going to happen anywhere, let alone in Lebanon."
See, that's why I go to that
Yeah, but we get shoplifters. I almost got run over by a guy who was running away from the police at Mount Juliet. He was in a big pickup truck, and he was racing down the road, and I was on my bicycle, and I went over to the curb and just stood idle while he raced by me. He drove through the McDonald's parking lot there, right there on Mount Juliet Road. And he actually went over that median strip in the back entrance to McDonald's, and the cops followed him. And I found out later that he got away. He got on the interstate, and they lost him.
I'm surprised it's really right on top of it.
Yeah, no, I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know whether it was just minor shoplifting or what it was. I never did get. Again, it's hard for me to know what's going on. I don't get the big, what is it, the Lebanon Democrat, because they charge for it now. It used to be thrown on my front porch.
Yes, sir. Understand. Hey, I don't get any newspapers.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Jeff?
No, sir. I just wanted to check in to give you another number.
Very good, and we appreciate your number. That was Jeff, Whiskey Delta 4 Bravo Whiskey Charlie, and he is in Lebanon. Who else is? And he also does the nets on. Let's see, Thursday night. Thursday night? It's Thursday night at 8, correct? Or 8:30? Which one is it?
Yes, sir. And Thursday night at 8. That's fine. Very good, sir.
Very good. It goes out on the notices I send out. I should remember what that was. That was Jeff again. Whiskey Delta 4 Bravo Whiskey Charlie in Lebanon. Who else is east? East or north?
Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Danny, Station Captain.
Hey, Danny. You did any of the field day today?
No, I've been working around the house and went to a baby shower and working on the house some more, and now I'm on the radio.
Man, you know, the first baby shower I remember, of course, I had 3 sons, so I don't even know if there was any showers involved. I don't remember. But when I was a kid, my mother and my grandmother went to a baby shower. They went to a shower, is what it was. They just said they were going to a shower. And I thought it was the funniest thing that my mother and grandmother were going to somebody else's house to take a shower.
Oh, yeah.
I was proud. I don't know how old I was. I was old enough to be really stupid, though. Anyway, you had a good day, though, messing around at the house. I mean, you're helping them get finished with the changes?
Yeah, pretty much doing, what we need to do and just getting ready, They're pretty much done, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, I know, like I said before, you're going to be happy that you are complete when it's completed.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you'll still probably have some issues that you wouldn't be happy with, that you want to do some finishing touches on, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty to do. I got to build out my radio room, so that's
Yeah, yeah, just don't make it too expensive.
Right.
Well, very good. Anything else on that, Danny?
No, that's it. I'll probably catch you on 220.
All right, we'll see you then. That was Danny, a big signal out of Station Camp near Cottontown, Kilo Delta 4, Golf, Oscar, November. Who else is north?
84 BW.
Hello, Mr. KD4VUW. That'd be Carl in Angeltown, Bethpage.
Yeah.
Anything good going on up in your neck of the woods?
Well, I don't know. I just got in from Huntsville.
Oh, is that right? Anything big going on down there?
Well, a friend of mine come up from the other side of Cool Springs to pick me up, said, let's go to Giga Park. So we went down there and spent pretty much the day down at Giga Park and then left there and went over to, what is that thing? Bucky's. And I didn't, I just wanted to see it and went over and looked at Bucky's over on 65. And went up the road and Highway 72 and dropped off at Wendy's and got some hamburger and stuff and then come on back.
I tell you, that Bucky's is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it was big. It was nice. Had a whole bunch of gas pumps.
They have more gas pumps than there are cars. Well, I don't know about that, but they must have 40 or 50 pumps out there.
Yeah, they're gonna build one of them up at Clarksville. I heard. So I don't know. I was really surprised. So, but yeah, I bought me some connectors down there, power connectors and T style power connectors. Goes on the end of the power cord, plugs up the radio. So I bought me some of those, and I bought some more. What do you call these things? Amp power poles, 45 amp power poles. That's all I bought. Now, Tim, he spent over $600 down there. I was like, slow down, Tim. It's making me. It was him spending his money, but I was thinking, you want to kind of slack up here a little bit.
They got some expensive stuff in that store, don't they?
Yeah, he bought a FT 5DR HT. What else did he buy? He bought a mobile antenna that I suggested to him. He bought that. He bought coax assembly and a mount, where he could mount it on his car. And there was something else. I know that radio. They had that 5DR on sale for $369. I was surprised. I thought, well, look there, that thing's on sale. He asked me what I had, and I said, well, that's like your 500 that you got at your house. It's just the HD version of your 500. And he went back there and I said, well, look, it's on sale. That thing's usually like $420 something or something like that. It's down to $369. So he picked it up. Had them go back there and get us a quick charger also out of their back room stock. And so he had the antenna, the mounts, and the HT, and but it all, if I remember hearing that guy when he ringed it up, it's like $600 or something. I was thinking, phew. I said, I thought because I was down there being very conservative. I was like, I can't spend a bunch of money. But I've seen these connectors and I'm going to get them because they're not available around here. These, like that, and I'm going to get me a few of these little connectors. So I spent, I think, $39 down there. That's all I spent. And I really didn't want to spend that, but I thought, well, if I don't get these, I'll have to ship them in, and then the cost of the shipping added to the cost of connectors will actually make them higher. And he come all the way up here from the other side of Cool Spring and picked me up, and then brought me all the way down there and bought me supper, and then brought me all the way back, so I might already get them while I'm at it.
Obviously, he values you as a traveling companion.
Yeah, he values me for the help I've helped him through the years. I've known him for a very, very long time, and I've fixed some of his radios for him and stuff, and he kept saying that. As a matter of fact, he was trying to pay for this little handful of connectors. Said, no, I don't know, don't do that. I've got a little cash on me. But I told him, when we get down there, don't need to be spinning this little tab. But, I see these connectors, and I've been needing, so when they got them, I don't know. He was wanting to pay for that. He told me, if you see anything that you want, you let me know, or I'll pay for it. I said, no, don't do that. And so, I don't know. We've had a pretty good time down there, and it was nearly 40 degrees down there. You know, I got out started at my foot. This feels pretty good down here.
Wow. Yeah, I think it might have been colder down there than here.
It was, well, I don't know. It was 40. I think it was 48 down there in Huntsville. I think it might have got up to about, 45 or something here.
Yeah, they told me 50, but I don't know if it did or it didn't.
Okay. Well, that's about the same down there. It's enjoyable. It was time down there. It was sunny and everything. I don't know. Man, pretty good time. Come on back. We literally, I've been here maybe about, we walked in at about 5 minutes after we come in the house, you started to nest. That's when I got back. So I thought, well, I missed the fusion nest, but at least I made it back to this. So, well, good evening to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good time on the nest. Hope they're staying good and warm and everything. And I guess I'll finish up with all my little mumblings and stuff and turn it back over to you, Paul. So anyway, I hope you've had a good day yourself today. So K4BW, turn this back over to Nick Control.
Yeah, very good. That was Carlin. Made a pilgrimage down to Huntsville to go to went to the Ram radio store down there. It's not supposed to mention these stores on the air. No, wait. It was Gigaparts in Huntsville. Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey Carlin. He's in Angeltown, Bethpage. Who else is north?
WE40.
Hello, Danny. How are you?
Fine, Paul. How's it going?
It is going. Beautiful day today. I only spent a little bit of time on the air for the. I was mostly listening on the bands are open.
Yeah, I got you. Didn't participate in field day per se. However, we did do some antenna work. John is in KCK. He's up in Westmoreland now, and we got a couple of things up for him. We managed to get his Ringo pulled up in a tree, so that's why he materialized here out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, he talked to me for a minute before the Nets, and he's still listed on the QRZ as in Nashville, over by west of the airport.
Yeah, he's moved fairly recently, but I'm surprised. I would have thought you guys would hurt each other a little better than you did. Of course, I don't know what kind of, there could be propagation things going on or whatever. I plotted the path. It's about 31 miles, and he's at 924 feet above sea level. He's got one little peak that's not very far from him, and then the rest of it's clear sailing all the way to Mount Juliet.
Well, I couldn't hear him. It was just a little rougher than I expected it to be.
Yeah, me as well. So, but it's work in progress. We just sort of threw that thing up today. He's got an off-center fed up there now, for HF, and just kind of on a whim today, we thought we'd just yank that thing up there. It's up about 35 feet. So we'll just kind of see. He hears Carlin real well, but I would expect that in Bethpage.
Yeah, but that's where he is in Beth. He's in Bethpage. Johnny is.
No, Johnny's in Westmoreland.
Westmoreland. Okay, very good. Yeah, that. I'm not sure why it would be that bad because I've heard other people out of Westmoreland pretty good with a relatively decent antenna. That Ringo Ranger should do fine.
That's not a Ranger. It's just an old Ringo. So it's pretty much a glorified J-pole, dummy load on the stick, however you want to look at it. So we may be looking at a plan B there, but at least he's on the air. He can hit the repeaters on Music Mountain pretty good. And there's also another one, the 3.9 machine, I think in Bethpage, Mountain Hollow, wherever that is. He's hitting that one pretty good. So one step at a time.
Well, also that one over in Jolton.
He can hit it, but it's coming back to him is pretty scratchy. I would have thought he would have been able to light that one up pretty good, but he can hit it, but not by much.
Huh? Because it's a breeze from here even to me to Jolton. It's easy.
Well, that's a monster machine. That antenna's up about 300 feet.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but that's how I would expect him to be able to get that. I mean, it's up. He's north, almost due north of me, I think, isn't he?
Pretty close. He's maybe 10 degrees east. But yeah, I would have thought he'd have done better than that. But you know, I can't say with any certainty we got him up solid. The antenna's up good. We fed it with some RG6 because I had it. And we did do a little trimming to kind of get his SWR pulled in. So I don't know that it's necessarily according to Hoyle, but you know, it's up for the moment. He's more on the air than he was 24 hours ago.
As you know, there's no real rules in this business.
Well, you can get away with a lot of stuff. RG6 is lower loss than RG58, or RG8X rather, at 150 megahertz. So there's something to be said for that. You have to kind of trim a little bit to find your SWR dip right spot.
Oh, cool. Yep. Yeah, no, a lot of people have really, really funky stations out there sometimes. They don't even realize it. But anyway, anything else, Danny?
No, sir. Carry on with the plan of the day. Just pleased being here with you guys. I think it's like 3 times in a row, or 3 out of the last 4, or something like that. So, anyway, thanks, Paul. WE4E, back to that.
Very good. That's Danny. He's in Hendersonville, Whiskey Echo 4 Echo, with, of course, a huge signal across the lake here to me. Who else is north?
KN4ERI, Eric, Goodlettsville.
Oh, another huge signal from Eric. How you doing, Eric?
I'm doing great. Went out to the field day to say hi out there in Lebanon. That was cool. And then I came back and got on the radio for a while, and maybe made like 13, 14 contacts. So that was cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I only checked on 10 meters today because that's the antenna I had hooked up at the moment. But there was a lot of activity on 10 meters.
Yeah, I was on 40, and it was crazy. There was like, the stations were so close together. They were like bleeding over, and there was pileups, and yeah, it was crazy out there.
Well, I've been on field days for winter. I was in one. I'm guessing it was. Let me think. At the winter field day, it had to be in 20. Well, it was no later than, holy mackerel, 2009. No, or 20. Yeah, it was it was spring. The winter of the early 2009. So that's light years ago, and it was back the early days of that winter field day were not good. You were lucky to hit it half a dozen contacts.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess conditions are better or something, but yeah, there was lots of people out there making contacts.
Yeah, sounds good. So you had a good time.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great.
All right. Anything else for the net, Eric?
Nope, that's it. Back to you. Appreciate you doing the net.
Oh yeah, it's only my 1,076th. Well, in conjunction with some help from a couple other people over the years. I mean, it's what, our 11th year? It seems like just yesterday. Anyway, that's Eric. Kilo November 4 Echo Romeo India, and he's in Goodlettsville. Who else is north?
WV0NOO.
All right, everything all right. Man, you didn't make the breakfast again, man. What's up? You baking shy up there? Or you making your own?
No, not shy. My wife had to get up early to be downtown this morning, so I slept in. Didn't have her to wake me up.
I don't know if you saw that meme. I don't know if I might have mentioned it on the air, but it was the one that had a picture of bacon, and it says bacon doesn't solve all the problems. That's why there's extra bacon.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I got into a frustrating day. Actually, I had to buy a new TV, which is not news, and that happens all the time. But my remote was one of those harmonies that's programmed to do multiple functions. So I had to reprogram it for the new TV, and let me tell you, it's probably been 6 or 7 years since I did, or maybe 10 years since I did it last time. And it's a whole new learning process.
Yeah, I went through the same thing. I got to my first, if you can imagine, here it is, those digital TVs been out for a long, the HD TV's been out for a long time. I just bought one, a 40-inch, little one, tabletop kind of thing. We just put it in another room and just made a nice little, like a TV room. But it kind of freaked me out because I still haven't learned how to use the remote and the features in it. It's one of those smart TVs, and I thought I hit the jackpot when they had a Beverly Hillbillies channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like the Gilligan channel myself.
Hey, you do know that what's his name? Gilligan did not have to take orders from the captain because he's only the captain on the boat. On the shore, he didn't have to take any orders from him. That's military law, man.
Yeah, I saw a thing the other day where somebody had calculated the type of boat it was that crashed on the beach, and its maximum speed, and it was a 3-hour tour. So they calculated how far offshore they could have been at the most, and it was something like maybe 20 miles.
Yeah, and how did the Harlem Globetrotters get there again?
Right. I don't remember, but they had a lot of visitors.
And they all managed to escape without them. I mean, it was people. It's funny how we swallow hook, line, and sinker in fantasy land on those TV shows, even now.
Well, I don't think they were trying to fool anybody. I think it was just pure entertainment. It's a good cast. I was rooted for the professor and Mary Ann.
Yeah, now I don't know. Mary Ann might be the only one left alive.
Yeah, she may be. Dawn Wells, I think, was her name. I'll have to look her up.
Oh, you don't have it? You're in your little black book?
No. I don't even have a little black book anymore. It rotted and fell apart.
I'm with you. And anything else for the net, Mark?
No. Thanks for doing it. Have a good evening. WB0NOL.
Yeah, that is Mark. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar, and he's north of me up by the beach on the lake in North Wilson County. Who else is north?
Recheck.
Okay, what's the recheck there, Carlin?
Okay, did I hear right a minute ago about Dawn Wells?
Hey, Dawn Wells, what about her?
She died about 2 years ago. The only one left is Ginger.
Oh, okay, Ginger's the only one left. Wow, I did not know that. We weren't sure which one was which.
Yeah, Dawn Wells was the short, brown, brunette-headed one. I think she died from COVID.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the sexy one lived, huh?
Well, it depends on if you was a Ginger or if you was a Mary Ann. Which one was the sexy one.
Yeah, that's true. They tried to cover all the bases with the two gals, unless you were into Mrs. Whatever, I forgot her name now. The rich one.
Thurston House, the third wife. Yeah. Anyway, toodaloo. I thought that. Well, that's it. KW back out.
Yeah, turns out the other one is still alive, and all the rest of them, I think, are passed on. Except for maybe the old Harlem Globetrotters. I don't know about that one. Who else is north? Oh, by the way, that was Carlin up there in Bethpage. Who else is north? If you're up there, any place, anybody, any place, anywhere?
West.
No, I didn't do west. You sure? I started with west. We'll go with west again, though. West, please come on.
KO4OTV. I thought you started south.
That's what you get for thinking.
I got too many radios on. I got 75 meters on, life flight, DMR, and some other crap. It's just too much going on.
Oh, you need to get on the DMR repeaters as well as the MERS repeater.
Well, I can't hit a DMR repeater from here. I've tried. I don't know. You might be able to do it now, but I use a little hotspot usually.
Yeah, I don't think I'd win where you are. I don't think, let's put it this way. I was just looking, I found my list of DMR repeaters, which I hand wrote, I don't know when, a year ago. And I thought, no, I'm not going to try. I don't need the aggravation of programming the radio with those 6 or 7 repeaters.
Well, you know, that's another thing that makes it easier with a hotspot. Installing a code plug, which I guess you do the code plug with the repeaters as well. It's very simple after that. But I can just do it right there, and it links right up to all my networks that I've had programmed in it from the get-go. And usually, if something happens to my radio, or if I accidentally hit a button to delete it, which I don't think I've ever done, but I'm sure there's a way to do it. But yeah, I can just go in there and put it right back on the radio, and it's done. And everything that I had on it, just like it was before, is back on it. So it's pretty neat, I guess, in that sense. But it's just another tool in the toolbox, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. If you enjoy it, it's all good. Doesn't matter. I don't spend a whole lot of time. The only time it is DMR is really on the nets that we do, and I don't really pay any attention to it other than that. I don't know if that's a good or bad, but I got a radio chock full of features that I don't use too. So then there's that.
The DMR radios usually are packed full of stuff you're not going to use, which I use a lot of the stuff that's on mine. I have the Indicone 878 HD, and I have it where I can hit a button on the side, go straight to FM radio if I want to listen to the radio, or straight to my power settings or my scan settings. I have it all set up to where it's, to me, it's very handy little rig. I really like it. They're kind of expensive nowadays. I think I paid a couple $100 for this one, but now I think they're over 300, which is just absurd. But it's a really cool little radio. And I'll be honest, most of your talk groups are made up by guys just around here locally. I mean, some of these guys, I'm on free speech most of the time, and it was because we all got kicked off with 3100, which is, what is that? 3100 is a talk group on Brandmeister, and they have 10-minute limits, and we didn't realize it until one day we were on there chatting. They didn't like politics or none of that stuff either, so they kind of sent out a bunch of nasty emails, and we started our own thing on TGIF network, and it's been going on since 2021, and that's actually the number for the talk group that we're in. It worked out pretty good.
Oh, cool. Yep. Yeah. If you're enjoying it, what the heck? It's all good. Anything else with that, Joel?
No, that's it for me. I'll see you on the next one. KL4 OTV.
Yep. And again, it was good to see you this morning at the breakfast. Who else is north or anywhere?
For DJT.
Hello, Don. Did you spend a bunch of time talking to all them people all over the country?
No, I have no desire to participate in contests and field day. Forget about that mess.
I got you. No, it's yeah, it's just it does grow old. Just we're trying to work up numbers. With the getting the anyway. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my feeling on field day and the contest is about the same way as I feel about DMR. Seems like a lot of trouble just to use Skype on the internet.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said though, if you enjoy it, all the better. If it's on the radio and you're having a good time, let's put it this way: if you're spending money talking through a radio, whether it's through the internet or otherwise, you have to enjoy it because you spend money.
I really think it's just on my bag. I mean, I have a hotspot here running D-Star, sits on 30 star 24/7. Not much going on 440 around here, so I just kind of leave the radio sit on that and just monitor that. But I can't remember the last time I keyed up on D-Star. It's probably been over a year. Just not my bag, but different strokes for different folks. That's what makes the hobby great. A lot of people wouldn't be into the things I like to do on radio, and that's perfectly fine too.
Well, that was predominantly the reason I started the DMR D-Star, and we ended up doing D-Star DMR and C4FM in digital mode simplex, because nobody was using their radios on simplex, and you think, well, why would you just want to use it for repeaters and hotspots? That didn't make sense to me.
No, I totally think it's a fun mode for running simplex. It's, the audio's good. I mean, I don't mind running on simplex. It's a cool mode, but going down that DMR road and code plugs and all that nonsense, it's like, I have enough problems with social media. I don't need it on my radio.
My wife, here she started a conversation today saying, I know you don't like to hear me read what's on Nextdoor, And I'm like, oh, great. And then she tells me a crazy story. And I'm like, okay, you're right. I don't like to hear it.
Yeah, next door is like the Karen Central.
It's hilarious, really, how dumb. And that's why I just got off of it. I mean, I just absolutely, I said, I can't stand listening to these people. I don't, I feel like I'm in the grocery store.
Yeah, a bunch of busybodies and entitled parents. Yeah, that sounds off your plate. I want to hang out with.
Anyway, anything else on that, Don?
That's not it. I got a demos down on my kitchen, and the floors, some floors finally dried out, so we start construction on Monday.
Awesome. Now to start, the real work begins.
Well, not for me. My work doesn't start till they're done, and I have to do the rest of the kitchen. But the heavy lifting, the new floors, and the new island, and all that, that'll be done. Then I can start my stuff.
Cool. All right. Well, they're very good. That was Don. He's in Bon Aqua, November 4, Delta, Juliet, Tango. Anybody else, any place, anywhere? All righty. We're going to have to default to our backup list for calling all stations, and that would be, we're looking for the dilly-dalliers, the landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater kerchunkers, and scanner listeners who have to email me the digital donglers. They also have to email me because they can't transmit on those that I'm aware of. And people who believe in shape-shifting reptilian people, moon landing deniers, global warming and climate change deniers, as well as supporters, and flat earthers and flat earth deniers. Anybody else out there? I thought that would drag Scott out of the woodwork. He normally checks in when I do that call. No one else before we move over to 144-240? All right, unless I hear a complaint in the next like 12 seconds, I'm going to move over to 144-240. All right, that's where I'm going, 144-240. All righty, this is K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. 144-240, looking for people from the people, hopefully, or reptilians, we don't care. From the west, please come now. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie, Victor Echo, that'd be Greg, and Antioch, a big signal. Who else is west? I had two in there, at least two. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima, Victor, Jack, and Donaldson. I think I heard that was you, Don, Delta Juliet Tango. Yeah, very good. November 4, Delta Juliet Tango. That's Don and Bon Aqua. Who else is west? West or south?
Tango Yankee Juliet, South Jim.
Very good. We got Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet in Woodbury. That's Jim. Who else is south? Good signal, by the way. Who else is south? Or east? All right, we got Michael, and who doesn't even need a radio to talk to me, KM4YRF in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Kilo 5 Sierra, which would be Kerry. He's in Baird's Mill with a good signal. Who else is west? I mean east? Anybody else east? All right, up to the north. Whiskey Echo for Echo, and that's Danny in, I was going to say Hartsville, in Hendersonville. Big signal, of course. Who else is north? Yeah, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Excellent signal. Who else is north? That was Mark, he's North Mount Juliet up by the lake. Very good. We got Eric, Kilo November 4, Echo Romeo Indio, also an excellent signal out of Goodlettsville. Sounds like I'm doing football. Out of, Northern University State. Who else is north? North or anywhere? Okay, no other norths or anywhere in there, but we had 10 in there on sideband. By the way, I didn't mention we had 23 on the FM on this 415. Is there anybody else on 144.240? Please come now. All right, we're going to move over to 50.135, 50.135 upper sideband, and that is 6 meters. I didn't check to see if that's busy, but I don't expect it is on even during during the field day. We'll find out. I'll be over there in a momentarily. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey on Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here on 50.135. From the west, please come now. Very good. I got 2 in there. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. That would be Joel in west of Ashland City. And we got Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor Jack in Donaldson. Who else is west? Excellent. Big signal for Greg out of Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else west? West or south? Very good. A good copy, but a very low signal tonight there, Jimmy. But Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else is? He's operating off of a full-length 160 loop, so it's interesting how well that works even in the on a band that higher frequency compared to 160. But it works. Who else is wherever I was? South. Anybody hearing another south station? Nope. Over to the east. I don't know. Maybe I did hear somebody in there. I heard Michael KM4YRF. Was there somebody else south? Very good. Appreciate that. I would figure you'd hear them. That's correct. That was Michael. Well, that was Jim, but Michael KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. Who else? East. You hearing anything from east? Because I thought I heard somebody. No, I don't think so. Nobody else east or north?
WE40.
Whiskey Echo 4 Echo. It's Danny up on the lake. Well, near the lake. Hendersonville. Whiskey Echo 4 Echo. Anybody else? North? Very good. I got 2 in there. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar Mark up there by the lake, and also Kilo November 4 Echo Romeo India in Goodlettsville. Both big signals. Anybody else north or anywhere? Anybody else north or anywhere? Please come now. All right, we have 9 there on 6 meters, and we're going to jump over it. I'm going to close out the YouTube portion and go over to 220, 3.415. Appreciate everybody checked in. All right, we had 9 on 6 meter, 10 on 2 meter upper sideband, and 23 on 2 meter FM. By the way, we had 3 on DMR, 6 on D-Star, and I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think, on C4 FM. Wasn't that what it was, Mike?
That's right.
All right, very good. All together, a good night. We'll see you over on 223-415K4PEW. Appreciate all your activities there.